call Halalim Layal Bashimi Hawashai Basham Rakak Kudash. Let me say that again. Baharakak Kudash. So, part of going out there is rebuking and correcting. So we have to correct these people. And sometimes it doesn't go too well. Because they'll say something crazy. They'll say something insane. Like, you don't know me. Only God knows me. God doesn't hate me. And we're gonna discuss that. So we're gonna take a little bit of time from here to there, and we're gonna think about all the stuff that people say. People would say, I don't even know, man. It's been such a long time since I've made up excuses for myself. I couldn't even think like that no more. Because when I'm hurting and I'm sick and whatever, I'm like, man, I ask for forgiveness. I say, I'm sorry, for whatever I did to you, either in this life or in the past life. But people don't see themselves as being held responsible for their actions. But I didn't know. But what happened is that you did something, whatever it was. Let's say you took out a credit card. They gave you $10,000 on it. And you defaulted on it. You know that you stopped paying on it. And when they take your ass to collections, you don't know how to navigate that. If you don't know how to navigate that issue, you're going to have a hard time. And you're going to end up, paying that stuff back. So basically, I'm telling you because I know that shit happened to me. I'm speaking from experience. But I learned my lesson. You see, I learned my lesson. Now, I'm gonna do things differently. I barely found out about that 1099-C, and it makes sense now. But I had to see it on that legal document stating that I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Blah blah blah. Hoop-de-hoop. Everything's gonna happen like this. And I signed it. So when I read it all. I didn't read it when I signed it because it was, I basically skimmed through it. But they do mention 1099-C, so the tax preparer would have to do that. And that was a sin. Because I said, I ain't gonna pay this shit. So, let's talk about it now. Ecclesiasticus 12:6. For the Most High hateth sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. Damn. That sounds bad, right? Why would you want to sin? Like, for reals, man. Like, I would have to say, if you enjoy murdering people, the truth is not for you. Maybe on your deathbed you can convert, but other than that, you got issues. You won't be able to fix yourself. There's stuff that's being in too deep, and then you can't get out because the sin is what weighs you down, right? So if we put Ecclesiasticus 12:6, and then we apply that, let's say, because yesterday at camp, after camp I felt weird. Like a lot of strange things happened. There was this kid there, which looked like to be an Edomite, having problems with his rear brake disc. It sounded like it was locking up, and either that was because the brake pads got too hot and they fused to the disc, the drum. But that wasn't it, because it was spilling. It would go a little bit. It would have just dragged it. So I'm guessing one of the calipers, one of the bolts to the calipers is missing, and it's just locking up, because that happened to me before. So I know from experience. And then this Edomite, he's always across the way, in his house. I don't know what the fuck he yelled, but to me, I was thinking about helping this kid, But then I said, it's not meant to be. I ain't finna help this kid, because he had a newer car, so all indications led to me believing that he came from a wealthy family, so let his dad fucking help him, right? So then that would be me hating the sinner, right? Because he would be an Edomite. And sure, there's wealthy Israelites, but you know what I noticed about Israelites? We get shit done. We fix our own fucking shit. Judah, from Judah all the way to Ishkar, we fix our own fucking shit. Some Edomites do too, and maybe those Edomites are okay, but they're not really Edomites, because they're doing the same thing you would do. But only an Edomite would treat their car like that, Treat your chariot like that, like just fucking beat it. So, that was justified. But another thing is, for all you Christians out there, does God hate sinners? And I'm gonna have to get a new camera, because the camera I used yesterday for camp, it was burning hot. So I have to get a new camera, and luckily for me, I can do that right now. That doesn't mean that I got a whole fucking lot, but I can get a new camera and a new tripod. I was looking at them last night. And maybe I could start doing the podcast for the Lord too. And my plate will be full. It's already full. So let's examine this. Alright, from the beginning. Ecclesiasticus 12:1. When thou wilt do good, know to whom thou doest it, so shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits. Yeah, because if I would have helped that fucking Edomite, if I would have went up there to that Edomite and said, you need help, he would have said, fuck you, you wetback. Or something. So I avoided all that. Do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find a recompense, and if not from him, yet from the Most High, because we're on the same system. The angels are watching. When Tobias was burying his fellow Israelites that were slain, Raphael, the angel, was watching him, and he got blessed for that. Ecclesiasticus 12:3. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms. Give to the godly man, and help not a sinner. Right? So help not a sinner. But if I see a homeless man, what's the situation there? Because most homeless people have their Bibles with them. You know, they're all about their Bible. I see homeless people reading the books all the time. Verse 5. Do well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly. Hold back thy bread, and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster thee thereby, for else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good thou shalt have done unto him. You see? So no thanks, pal. Go help yourself. Now, if that was a Judite, I'd been like, hey man, what's wrong? You know? Because I don't know if you guys know about this, but let's say it's a hot fucking day and you're working hard and it's a bunch of bullshit and you're going through it and you fucking hate it so much. But if there's a Judite there and you look at each other and you just like yeah, nod your head, like, yeah, I'm sick and tired of this shit. You know, you can complain to that brother and he'll know exactly what you're talking about. And you guys will be like, yeah. Well, you know, you can't do that all the time, because if you do that all the time, getting all chummy with everybody, that man could be a homosexual, you know? Now, does it mean help out a brother more than helping out anybody else? Of course it does. Of course it does. Help out a brother more than you would help out a stranger, right? Of course. Maybe he needs help installing an AC. It's like, all right. So you do it. And with that, I'm going to say, I'm going to read this. Ecclesiasticus 12:6. For the Most High hated sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keep them against the mighty day of their punishment. So with that, I'm going to say, Shalom.